Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of A Joyful Noise. This is episode 36 and the first one back since mid-December, I guess. So it's been almost a month since we've done this. So glad to have you with us today. We've got a lot of good hymns to sing, songs to sing. Should be a good show. All right, and Happy New Year, everyone. It's a week now in. In a lot of ways, it feels longer than that. And so this week we've got a bunch of hymns, some of them that are along the New Year's side of things, some of them that are along the Epiphany side of things, since we had Epiphany on Wednesday, and some of them kind of mix a little bit of both. Now, this week I was originally planning on opening today with number 383, This is a Day of New Beginnings, is kind of a New Year's kind of thing. But after the events of this week and the attack on the Capitol and everything that happened, and is still happening in a way, I wasn't really ready to sing a hymn that was calling to remember and move on. I don't think we as a country are ready to move on yet. And so instead, what I want to do today is open up with a hymn to remind us of who we are called to be as Christians, and how we are called to live in response to that. And so with that, I'd like to start off with number 2172 in the Faith We Sing, We Are Called. Come, live in the light, shine with the joy and the love of the Lord. We are called to be light for the kingdom, to live in the freedom of the city of God. We are called to act with justice. We are called to love tenderly. We are called to serve one another, to walk humbly with God. Come, open your heart, show your mercy to all those in fear. We are called to be hope for the hopeless. All hatred and blindness will be no more. We are called to act with justice. We are called to love tenderly. We are called to serve one another, to walk humbly with God. Sing, sing a new song. Sing of the great day when all will be one. God will reign and will walk with each other as sisters and brothers, united in love. We are called to act with justice. We are called to love tenderly. We are called to serve one another, to walk humbly with God. All right, right, so once again, that was number 2172. We are called. I forgot to credit the composers. Composers David Haas. And again, I just think that's a good reminder of who we are called to be as Christians in light of everything going on this week. All right, so for our next song, this is a request that was made before the Christmas break and requested for the next time we met, and so it's a request by Midge Harder, number 223, Break Forth, O Beauteous Heavenly Light. Midge, I don't know if you're there with us today, but thank you for requesting this song. This is a song with a text and melody from John Troutbeck and Johann Rist from the 17th century. And the harmonization that we have in our hymnal is one of many hymns. I think there's about 11 or 12 that were harmonized by Johann Sebastian Bach. Bach wrote many, many cantatas that were performed at church services or for special events and things like that. And so one of his number of Christmas cantatas included this chorale as a way for the congregation to sing along, because otherwise it was a lot of soloist and choir work, and this was a way for the congregation to join in. The original version had 11 stanzas in German, and only one of which was initially translated into English. And then later, the hymn writer Fred Pratt Green, who wrote the text for many of the hymns in our hymnal, was tasked with bringing in more and worked with a German pastor, to add 2 more translations of stanzas. And so now we have 3 verses instead of only 1 in English. And I hope you enjoy it. This is Break Forth, O Beauteous Heavenly Light. Break forth, O beauteous heavenly light, and usher in the morning. O shepherds, shriek not with affright, but hear the angels' warning. This child, now weak in infancy, our confidence and joy shall be, the power of Satan breaking, our peace eternal making. This night of wonder, night of joy, was born the Christ our brother. He comes not mighty to destroy, to bid us love each other. How could he quit his kingly state for such a world of greed and hate? What deep humiliation secured the world's salvation. Come, dearest child, into our hearts, and leave your crib behind you. Let this be where the new life starts for all who seek and find you. To you the honor, thanks, and praise for all your gifts this time of grace. Come, conquer and deliver this world and us forever. Once again, that was Break Forth, O Beauteous Heavenly Light, by John Troutbeck, Johann Rist, and harmonization by J.S. Bach. All right, the next song we're going to do, as is often the case with me leading these streams, is a song by Five Iron Frenzy. On their album, The End Is Near, we have a song called New Year's Eve. And this is a song that's kind of about having uncertainty and doubt at a time when often we're uh, feel like the world is telling us we need to always have this feeling of renewal and entering something new and leaving the past behind. And this is a song about kind of uncertainty that can come with that as well, and finding your faith in God in the face of that. And so I hope you like it. This is New Year's Eve by Five Iron Frenzy. It's New Year's Eve and I'm full of empty promises I have pretend to keep this time. Just like last year, the band is loud and I'm wandering the shadows, wishing I was never here. I persevere, a crowded room, these whitewashed tombs, they raise their glasses high. They kiss the past goodbye this New Year's Eve. I'm waiting for tomorrow. My heart is on my sleeve, and yes, I still believe this New Year's Eve will turn out better than before. Still holding on, still holding out until they close the door on me. It's New Year's Eve and I feel my insecurities are haunting me like ghosts. They're sinking quicksand, and then with thunderous praise and lofty adoration, a second passes by, yet nothing changes. I hate my skin, this grave I'm standing in, another change of years, and I wish I wasn't here this New Year's Eve. I'm waiting for tomorrow. My heart is on my sleeve, and yes, I still believe this New Year's Eve will turn out better than before. Still holding on, still holding out until they close the door on me. A year goes by and I'm staring at my watch again, and I dig deep this time for something greater than I've ever been. Life to ancient wineskins and I was blind, but now I see this New Year's Eve. Something must change me inside. I'm crooked and misguided, and I'm tired of being tired this New Year's Eve. I'm waiting for tomorrow. My heart is on my sleeve, and yes, I still believe in you. Yeah, in you. All right. So once again, that was New Year's Eve by Five Iron Frenzy from their 2003 album, The End Is Near. All right. So next song we're going to do is another kind of Christmas/New Year's crossover kind of song. And this is a song, number 2095 in The Faith We Sing. This is called Star Child, with words by Shirley Elena Murray and music by Carlton R. Young. Let me find my notes on this one. And Shirley Murray was a New Zealander and wrote a great many hymns with themes of hers throughout her work being uh, peace, justice, human rights, inclusiveness, women, natural world, New Zealand environment specifically, call to social responsibility, compassion, and hopefulness. And so this is a hymn about finding Christ in all the different uh, people in the world and through different children, and it has the chorus, "Let this year be the year that Christmas comes to everyone." And while this is often a Christmas hymn, I think this is a good New Year's hymn as well, as we're often making resolutions and all these things. And I think this is a good attitude to have throughout the year, not just at Christmas time. And so I hope you like it. This is Star Child, number 2095. Star child, earth child, go between of God, love child, Christ child, heaven's lightning rod. This year, let the day arrive when Christmas comes for everyone, everyone alive. Street child, beat child, no place left to go. Hurt child, used child, no one wants to know. This year, let the day arrive when Christmas comes to everyone, everyone alive. Grown child, old child, memory all of years. Sad child, lost child, story told in tears. This year, let the day arrive when Christmas comes for everyone, everyone alive. Spare child, spoiled child, having wanting more. Wise child, faith child, knowing joy in store. This year, let the day arrive when Christmas comes for everyone, everyone alive. Hope for peace, child, God's stupendous sign. Down to earth, child, star of stars that shine. This year, let the day arrive when Christmas comes for everyone, everyone alive. All right, once again, that was Star Child by Shirley Elena Murray and Carlton R. Young. And so next we're going to move to a Epiphany hymn. And we're not going to do the traditional one today, We Three Kings. But this is a song that is kind of in the mold of that. It's by John Bell from 1992. It's called Carol of the Epiphany. This is a song I think we did on Epiphany last year. And like We Three Kings, we have the first three verses are each told from the perspective of one of the three traditional kings in the story, or at least there's three different speakers. And the fourth verse being the three of them together, and then the fifth verse would be when the congregation would join in. We did it last year just as full, not as solos, but as a full congregational hymn, which I think it works well that way as well. And so this is about looking for a king, but finding him in an unexpected place. And it's a really nice, beautiful melody with some interesting harmonies. So I hope you like it. This is Carol of the Epiphany by John Bell. I saw him dressed in finest clothes where money talks clouds, and status grows, but power and wealth he never chose. It seemed he lived in poverty. I sought him in the safest place, remote from crime or cheap disgrace, but safety never knew his face. It seemed he lived in jeopardy. I saw him where the spotlights glare, where crowds collect and critics stare, but no one knew his presence there. It seemed he lived in obscurity. Then in the streets we heard the word that seemed for all the world absurd, that those who could no gifts afford were entertaining Christ the Lord. And so distinct from all we'd planned, among the poorest of the land, we did what few might understand. We touched God in a baby's hand. All right, so that was number 2094, The Carol of the Epiphany. All right, I'm going to move next to number 256 in the hymnal. This is a song I don't know that I'd sung before, kind of choosing hymns for this week. But this is called We Would See Jesus by J. Edgar Park and Herbert B. Turner. And this is a song that that title comes from a line in John chapter 12. And in the King James Version, it's translated, "We would see Jesus." But in most other versions that I looked up, it's actually a request, like we wish to see Jesus. We would like to see Jesus, something like that. And so it's this kind of older, high English kind of request kind of thing. And so in that context, it's told from the perspective of a number of Greeks, of Gentiles who have come to see Jesus and are asking the disciples to see him. And so I thought, though this hymn is not strictly speaking an Epiphany hymn or a Christmas hymn, it kind of goes through Christ's life and all of that. I thought it was appropriate as we celebrate Epiphany when the three kings the Magi from the east coming from outside and recognizing Christ as Lord. I thought it was a fitting hymn for this week. And so this is number 256, We Would See Jesus. We would see Jesus, lo, his star is shining above the stable while the angels sing. There in a manger on the hay Christ of God, the life, the truth, the way. We would see Jesus on the mountain teaching, with all the listening people gathered round, while birds and birds and sky above are preaching the blessedness which simple trust has found. We would see Jesus in his work of healing at eventide before the sun was set. Divine and human in his deep revealing of God made flesh in loving service met. We would see Jesus in the early morning, still as of old he calleth, follow me. Let us arise, all meaner service scorning. Lord, we are thine, we give ourselves to thee. All right. Once again, that was number 256. We would see Jesus. So thank you all again for joining me once again for our first episode back in the new year, 2021, and looking to go weekly, at least through until Good Friday, I think is the plan. And then we'll see from there. We might have something going on that week for Holy Week. Once again, as always, if you have any song requests, you can send them to me, kyle@santyumc.org. I'll do my best to get just about anything on the program. If you recall, last summer I managed to fit Hallelujah Chorus with me singing all 4 parts. And so just about anything is possible. Once again, I'm grateful to be here singing with you every week. Look forward to seeing you next week, same place, same time. And as we close, as always, God be with you till we meet again. God be with you till we meet again. By his counsels guide uphold you. With his sheep securely fold you. God be with you till we meet again. Till we meet, till we meet, till we meet at Jesus' feet. Till we meet, till we meet. God be with you till we meet again. God be with you till we meet again. Neath his wings securely hide you. Daily manna still provide you. God be with you till we meet again. Till we meet, till we meet, till we meet at Jesus' feet. Till we meet, till we meet. God be with you till we meet again. God be with you till we meet again. When life's perils thick confound you, put his arms unfailing round you. God be with you till we meet again. Till we meet, till we meet, till we meet at Jesus' feet. Till we meet. love's banner floating o'er you. Smite death's threatening wave before you. God be with you till we meet again, till we meet again, till we meet at Jesus' feet, till we meet thee, till we meet. God be with you till we meet again. All right, thank you all for being with me again today. And for those of you who just joined late, that's all right. As soon as I sign off and this gets processed, you'll be able to watch this once again from the beginning, and so you can catch anything you missed. So I hope you do that. And once again, have a great week. I'll see you next week right here, same time. God bless you all, and till we